everybody. All right. Hey, what's going on? I am super. Oh, there we go. Well, I guess Dolly's going to be with us the entire show because I have not turned that off. So welcome to South Pants Nation. My name is Amanda Duncan, singer, songwriter, craft nerd, techie geek. And this show is, I created this show to inspire people to believe in themselves, to live a creative life. And by doing that, they'll be happier people. You'll be happier people. I'll be happier people. And the world's going to be better off for us having been here. So I'm really happy that you guys are here. I see all y'all in the chat, and I'm going to say hi after I sing this tune. Let's do it up. Okay. No, I'm not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. I got lots of things to do and people to meet. Standing still is not my style. Feeling like a little child. I'm not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. I'm not one to wait and watch the pop, but yo, I can't be sitting here wasting my time. Watch it, I'm on the move. Don't need you to prove. Yes, no, let's go. No, I'm not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. I got lots of things to do and people to meet. Standing still is not my style. Feeling like a little child. I'm not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. I can't commit to anything that leaves me empty. A satisfaction is my bottom line. Got nothing more to say. Better get out of my way. Yes, no, let's go. No, I'm not gonna let the grass go under my feet. I got lots of things to do and people to meet. Standing still is not my style. Feeling like a little child. I'm not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. When I was a little girl, the grass grew under your feet. Mama put my hair in curls. The grass grew under your feet. Now I'm grown and I've seen the light. I know how to make things alright. 2, 3, 4. Not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. I got lots of things to do and people to meet. Standing still is not my style. Feeling like a little child. I'm not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. No, I'm not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. I got lots of things to do and people to meet. Standing still's not my style. Feeling like a little child. I'm not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. Woo, under my feet. Not under my feet. Under my feet. Under my. No, I'm not gonna let the grass grow. Oh, 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 oh. Under my feet. Yeah. Not gonna let the grass grow under my feet. Joanna just came in here and started punching the air. Hey, everybody. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Uh-oh. Baby? This isn't locked. Can you lock it? Wait, maybe I might be able to. I think I got it. Thank you. Bye. Whew. All right. uh Whew, I'm sweating after that song already. So, for there she is. Oh man. So first, I want to go and make sure that I'm saying hi to everybody. Let's go to the chat. So, hey Danielle, what's up? Doug, hey. Everyone, the people are saying hi to you, Joanna. And Deirdre's here. Henry was dancing to my Henry. Oh my gosh, I love Henry. Hey Ben, just in case you're up. Hey, Daddy-O. Oh my gosh, how are you? Good to see you. How's the guitar making? Let me scroll up a little bit. Like, let me try to find out who else is here, because I know. So we have Aunt Carol. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Kelly DeCola from Hawaii. Kelly DeCola Boyer. Hey Maria, what's up? Hey Maria, what do you think? Pretty good, right? I think the new lighting looks good. Dave Holteen, Jeanette. Hey, Jeanette, what's up? Gina. Hey, Michelle, what's going on? I know Susan. I know you have your red wine, and I know Michelle, you have your ice cream. So that's fabulous. So I'm gonna plant this seed right now. Before I go and kind of talk a little bit more about just like current events. So what is it that you're dying to start? So think about that. Start writing that in the chat. Think about it in not so much concrete terms, because we're going to talk a little bit more about it a little bit later. So so how's everybody feeling? Things have been good. I feel like I've had a pretty good week. Hey Dolly, what's up? What's going on? There she is. So yeah, I'm feeling good. It's also, by the way, it's National Chocolate Cake Day, Wednesday. So I'm very excited. So just in case, yep. Oh wait, I forget which way to turn. Wait, one more. Yeah. So, and for those of you who have followed my career for a long time, you know that I used to have pens that say Amanda Duncan loves me because I use this pen, and they were a very good pen. And then for a really long time, I couldn't afford them. I just was the true meaning of a poor starving artist, so I really could not buy them. And I ordered them for the first time in 6 years, and I have them, and I'm super excited. Yeah. Cool. So, all right. Well, I'm so glad that I got to say hi to everybody. I'm excited to jump into. I see all of you starting to write. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Hey. All right. So I have to let me focus. Let me focus. So, as you know, the first segment right after I sing my tune is Mover and Shaker of the Week. Here is my friend. Here's my friend, Rich Andruska. And I've known Rich, God, for a long time. I met him through a friend of mine. For those of you who may remember my Phil Benson days, Rich was in Phil's band, and he was just always so kind, and I always thought he was so talented. And it turns out that he moved to my town, and I thought I would run into him, and I'd be like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I live here now." So he actually lives right around the block. We've hung out a couple times, and now we can't really hang out in person, but we're gonna plan on some Zoom call. So yeah, so I want to talk about what he's been up to. He created this artist, umbrella for himself called Clouds and Thorns, and he a lot of times creates music for commercials and for licensing and placement. And he does such a great job. And he recently came out with a single underneath this the Clouds and Thorns, and as you can see, the information is there. Okay, so I'm going to tell you his story. 3 years ago, I started writing Call You Home. I love road trips, and I was feeling nostalgic about the days on the road with my previous band. The meditative nature of motion and the slowly changing landscape feels very spiritual. I visualized a movie playing out about a couple on a road trip. I wanted to show how these kinds of trips don't so much change you as they reveal who you are slowly, as well as the real relationship between two people. Tiny moments like drumming on the dashboard are just as monumental as traveling to see the northern lights, which that's one of my life goals is to see the northern lights. Okay. Next slide here. Come on, get to it. All right. To find yourself and your place in it all, you have to get a little lost in the two-lane maze. I wanted listeners to be on that journey in the passenger seat and change the idea of home. Home is not so much a place, but a feeling when you're with someone doing anything from insane to silly to the epic highs and lows of life. Unfortunately, while working on the song, I had throat surgery. It took 2 years for my voice to match the sound of what I had already recorded. Working my whole life to be a musician with successful times and beyond struggling dark times, boy do I feel that, I was finally at a place where I was doing well. And I remember when you told me that about your voice, Rich. I remember you telling me how disappointed you were about that. Not being able to sing felt like it could be all taken away. I never felt like a strong singer to begin with, but my voice over several months did come back. Though it still sounds different, I had to find new ways to make it sound good enough for my release. So here we are on release week, and I feel good about it, with some attention and great things being said about the single. In a way, that's all in the past, as I'm already on to the next song and next one and on and on. Yes, I totally know how you feel, Rich. So I want to give everybody the... Oh, wait. So hold on a second. I want to make sure... Okay, this is his advice for inspirational advice on how to move and shake. I've seen in the arts two huge things that separate the amateur from the professional. First, it's a job. Show up every day and work. There's a saying, I write when inspiration calls, which is every morning at 9 a.m. When I read this, Rich, I started cracking up. It's so true. Put in the work for the work's sake, and the rest will take care of itself. And the second thing, which I think is the hardest thing, is being honest with yourself. I found this particularly difficult because since I'm so competitive, that I'm not a competitive person, but I can totally understand where you're coming from. So I just assumed I was just great at music. My friends and family said so. My heart said so, and I believed in myself. But I was wrong. Several aspects of music were naturally easy for me. So I had blinders that narrowed my mindset. Sorry about this. That narrowed my sight on patting myself on the back for what I already did well, but I needed to work on what I didn't do well. So I needed to learn from others that were more experienced and truly listen, which, as you become an adult, you realize that you don't know everything, and it's really important to learn from others. So listening to experts, but listen to the music myself with crystal honesty, which that is really good advice. And that is an ongoing process. LOL. And it is, and it so is. So really analyzing and being honest with yourself. I always love the advice that people have to give. I just love this. So without further ado, I want to show you guys Rich just a snippet of his single. I want you guys to go take the time to listen to the whole thing.
Got lost in distant history, missed shooting stars while drumming on the dashboard. I blinked and then you kissed me, so I still got what I would have asked for. Drove up to dream beneath the northern lights.
I love the way it sounds. And Rich, I think that your voice sounds so good on this. So I think you should be really proud of yourself. And I love that you came back to this song so many years later and just did it. And I'm just happy to be your friend. So people are just saying in the chat that they love your story and that you have very wise words that you've shared. So, Rich, I love you. I can't wait to hang out and maybe write a song together, or produce a song together, do something. So, anyway, everybody, the link to the song is in the show notes. And thanks so much, Rich. All right. So, for those of you who've seen this show before, I want to quick go into. Oh, there we go. There's the cake and Dolly. Oh, okay. Well, so uh those of you who've seen, like, I'm trying to kind of come up with a way for people to have a mentality, or and also like a chart to actually look at the progress of a goal. And this is an evolutionary chart. So it's the believe in your damn self, an evolving flow chart. So everything from just like kind of coming up with what you want to do, learning about it, thinking about what you want to accomplish, make a plan to, schedule your time, do the damn thing. I probably should. I don't know how many children are watching. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't want to necessarily curse, but I feel like it kind of fits here. So, and then sharing what you do, and then trying to get feedback, improve yourself. So this is just an evolutionary, evolving chart that I've been developing. So yes, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm going to be up to in the next year. And part of it is I want to share that I have very big goals this year. I feel like I've accomplished a lot considering we're in a pandemic, and I want to make sure that when I get out of the pandemic that I'm in a better place with my music. And so I wanted to explain how I kind of came up with the idea of all of this content that I'm going to be creating, and also kind of like an accountability thing. So you guys know what I'm up to, but also not so much where you know every single step and every single song that I'm going to release and which ones. But I just want you guys to understand how, I guess, ambitious I'm gonna be. So I decided, hey Colton, how's it going? Good to see you. Okay. So I plan on starting to release 5 singles in 5 months starting in March. And I wanted to I have been sitting on this album I've had the actual physical CD in my hands for a year now. And I want to just release it, and I want to do it in a good way. But that's the perfectionism getting in the way. So I wanted to explain that. So I'm going to be releasing 4 pieces of content every month for 5 months starting in March. So the first week of the month is going to be an audio single. So that's on Spotify, Apple Music. Then an actual official music video. Then an acoustic acoustic version video of that song. And then behind the scenes shots, me talking about what the song is about and just other little things like that. So I kind of want to go into some things that I feel. Oh no, hold on a second. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I got too many buttons going on. Oh, here we go. So, some people, the way they plan, the way they attack certain tasks, it's a cart before the horse. Now, Joanna, who's streaming something probably mind-numbingly terrible in the other room. I'm glad she's not watching. She tends to be a person who is a cart before the horse. She just jumps right into a task, and she'll kind of suffer through mistakes or learning, the hard lessons to just make something. And usually what she makes is wonderful, usually. But there are some other people who just like always do this, and it's always kind of like the mentality of done is better, finished is better than perfect, right? I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. And actually this show is the only thing that I give myself permission to not be perfect at. I just kind of like throw stuff at the wall in the hopes that I will improve the show for next time. But normally I'm a perfectionist planner. Everything has to have this beautiful gloss to it, and in the end it's really held me back a lot of the time. So I want to come up with this super ambitious plan just because. So I actually had a conversation with my bassist yesterday, and we were talking about he's a postal worker. Hi, Mike Bassmeji. So we were talking about, like, when we were working at our day jobs, we're like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and we plan all this stuff in our heads, and then by the time we're done with the day and we eat dinner, we're like so overwhelmed by all the plans that we're pressuring ourselves to try to accomplish that, like, we're so overwhelmed we can't even start. So I've kind of learned over the past year of having a full-time job that I pretty much can only accomplish one large task after work hours. So I'm keeping that in mind. And then also, how many tasks can be accomplished in a full day. If I have like a weekend, I can probably get like three, that's pushing it, three large tasks finished. So, yes, Doug is saying that perfection is the enemy of completion, and it so is. And I'm really trying to just jump in, have these big plans, do the best I can with everything, because I really believe in this record, and I know that I could inch my way towards these goals every single day. So anyway, so my personal approach is I had to ask myself, how many songs do I want to release before I put up the full album publicly? And I feel like along the way, people want to purchase the digital copy, which many of you who watched have already purchased the record. You've had it in your hands for almost a year. So I want to put out other music. I want to write other songs. I don't want to just have these songs that have been sitting on a disc forever. So I decided that I'm going to release these 5 songs, and after that I'm going to move on from this record, and that's my decision. So I had to pick a date. So starting March 9th, I think that I'm releasing videos on Tuesdays. March 9th is going to be when the first release of content, so that's the audio piece, and then every week after that yeah, so that's what's going to happen after that. So I have to plan each video, which I did. I took my notebook, and I wrote out all the different plans that I have for each video and all the little tasks that I have for each video. I bought myself a notebook, so I have in different colors each song, and I put the dates on when each piece of content is due, and I have to put that in my Google Calendar. So list and schedule tasks. So that's what I have to make sure that all the little things, like I have to email band members to send a video of them playing their instrument for a certain song. So I have all these things going. Okay, so now the tools that I will use to keep me motivated and organized. A physical planner. Anytime I've been super duper into using a physical planner, I get a lot done. And I feel like it's just, I kind of convince myself, oh, I'm tired, I don't have time to I don't want to wake up early to write in my planner. That those days are over for me. I'm going to be checking this in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. So I'm going to be sticking to that. And then Google Calendar, I'm going to have that. I'm going to put all of these tasks, due dates with reminders. And I also, I didn't take a picture, but I have this little tiny desktop whiteboard, and it tilts like my keyboard is right in front of it, and it tilts towards me. And every day I'm going to write what tasks I'm going to do for this content, for the video content release. Whew, okay, so that's my plan. I want you guys to know that you guys can plan your stuff. You guys can do this. And I want you to know that just pick a date of when you want to release something, what the goal of it is, and work backwards. And that's what I did. I just worked backwards from where I was like, all right, well, I have these songs already recorded, so that's that. But now I have to work on the actual music video part in quarantine. So I'm going to be going on some special effects adventures, and some stuff will be really easy. and they won't be, it won't be like these crazy, not everything. I'm not going to drive myself nuts to make everything these embellished videos. Some things will just be really simple. And so I'm going to end this segment with hold me accountable. Tell me what you got going on. I want to know. I want to make sure that you are thinking about, well, one more time, I'm going to go to the chat. Hey, Sunny, how you doing? Hey. Sorry for all Okay, hold on a second. There we go. So what is it that you're dying to start? What is that thing that haunts you every day? Like, you may have like that twinkle in your eye. You may have kind of the idea of it. Maybe you have some plans, but you haven't started to tackle any of the tasks. So yeah. So okay. So so Clouds and Thorn, that's the band, that Rich's band. And can you move to South Carolina to be my secretary? I can pay you in meals and loose change. Okay. So again, the question is, what is it that you're dying to start? Now, I want to break up this serious madness. And I'm sure Dolly and the cake are going to be here. So speaking of National Chocolate Cake Day, I felt like it would be a really fun segment I used to do baking and crafting segments for this show. And over the weekend, I wanted to take the time to bake a chocolate cake. And I normally use like box mix. For those of you who watch the show, I usually use like a box cake mix. It's easy, but I wanted to do something from scratch because I feel like it would be fun. So enjoy this. I guess it's a dulce de leche topped chocolate cake that I made. So enjoy. While we wait, I shall open up the first pen order I've made in 6 years. Amanda Duncan loves me because I use this pen. Okay, now let's do it. The salt. The cake. Joanna's in the other room because she doesn't want to be seen. Mind you, she's sung throughout this entire process. The cake has like a very cocoa. It's very cocoa-y, but the sweetness of the condensed milk on top kind of helps the sweetness. The sweetness helps the sweetness.
Just good.
Happy National Chocolate Cake Day, everybody. Hooray! I had a really good time baking that cake, and it was delicious. And I promised my brother the other half, but he still has not come over. These animations, honestly, they never get old for me. Oh, hey, Sarah Donner, what's up? Hey. Actually, Sunny, that song was the instrumental to my song "Get on the Plane," which I actually played last week on the show. So, yes, that. Oh, and for those of you who are asking about the instant pot thing, I put the condensed milk into the instant pot, but the foil, I had to put it on like twice as long as the one recipe said, or that the one lady said on YouTube. So I did not link that recipe. I'm gonna next time. I'm actually gonna leave the lid on because I think it'll cook faster. Cause yeah, so that, but it was delicious. Like I think that it was cooked the right amount because it drizzled on. Like a lot of times you can get it like as hard as like caramel. So anyway, it was really fun to make. I'm happy I made it, and mostly because I've been eating it for days, and it's not even National Chocolate Cake Day officially till Wednesday. So, Joanne, I know that I saw you in the chat, and I know that you said you wanted to write your book. So, I do want to go. You baked peanut butter cookies. Nice, Sunny. Okay, so I know. I'm gonna go back to the chat just really quick. I just want to make sure that I don't know how to scroll here. I need to find a better way. But I am reading your comments, so feel free to comment while that's going on. So well, I want to just make sure I want to give myself the breath to read your comments. Please do not think that I'm not very organized this episode, but I do want to actually give a shout out to. I really want to give a shout out to my co-producer, Faith Sanko. You'll see a picture of her and her cat at the end of the show, and and she has been pushing me to improve this show in the best possible ways. It's nerve wracking to have a show where somebody else is working just as hard as I am to make it better. So there's actual real themes happening every episode, and there's so much clarity, and it's just so exciting, and it really helps with accountability. And so I actually want to go. I want to give you guys uh, a, the plant the seed to this app that I use with a couple of my friends. So productive apps. I have to come up with theme songs for every single segment. So this is called Habit Share, and I really, really like it. I've been using it on and off for, I want to say, maybe a little over a year. And I use it with my friend Mike Basmeji and my friend Michelle Gelber. And so what's really cool is that you get to set up certain habits that you want to create, because I have to make all these videos, right? I have to create literal habits of working on this content every single day, or I'm not going to reach my goals. So, and there's certain things I need to do for this show where I have to a couple times a week take the time to make sure that I'm creating this content. So it's everything. You can have meditation, and you can say I want to do it 3 times a week, and you can check off these little boxes. You can see in the phone, you can check off boxes, and on the days I don't do anything, for the days that I don't do something, I just leave it blank. I don't want to see a red dot anywhere. I don't need to see I don't need to feel bad about not accomplishing certain things. So it's really cool because you can keep yourself accountable, and it feels good to do that little check mark. But what's really cool is that you can invite friends to be a part of it, and they can get notified when you check off something. So they'll get a notification on their phone saying Amanda Duncan did songwriting today. Amanda Duncan worked on her music videos, and then they will be inspired by that notification, and then they will go and make sure that they go do their habits. And it's really fun, and it feels really good to get notifications. Like I get like really proud. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. And like sometimes I'll send messages through the app to the person who did their thing, and I really like it. So I suggest, it's like the accountability thing, right? It just, when you have somebody else cheering you on, when you have somebody else that you're working towards something together, it really is so great. So yeah, so I really really like it, and I suggest you try it out. I mean, it's for both Android and Apple iOS, and I just really like it. So just to go full circle with everything, this is the believe in your damn self flow chart. And I talked about the making the plan, and then I guess maybe the habit thing would be do the damn thing. So but I'm not exactly sure. I didn't really decide what where that would fit. But and a lot of this is kind of having the mentality, a positive mentality, and I want to go over this chart. I want to touch this chart every single time I do this show, because I feel like somebody somewhere in here, we all maybe have just an idea, and then maybe some of us are just kind of learning our thing. Maybe somebody, like, you're just kind of thinking like, I don't know what I really want to accomplish with this, but you can skip that step and just kind of schedule yourself and schedule the habit and just keep going. So yeah, level 3 is do the damn thing. Yes. So I just want to dance that what I'm going to start. That's what you're going to start? Oh my gosh. Hey, Rich, good to see you. Rich, I'm so happy that you're here. Okay, and Mike Basmeji just said, I think writing down the one thing I want to get done after work beforehand will help me focus on working on that task rather than the million other ideas that pop up throughout the day. And I think we had talked about that when we hung out the other day, Mike, right? It's like all these ideas. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then we joked about how it's almost like you eat like potato chips for a really long time, and then people are like, all right, dinner, and you're like, I'm not hungry, like, and you really need that nutrition to have the strength to do so yeah. So man, so I've been, and Susan just said, here's what I've been working on. I realized that the cleaner my house is, the more organized I am. That's so true. That's like, I think that's statistically proven. When you have visual noise, it's hard to get things done. The better I am at turning out art, which my cousin Susan is an amazing artist. It recently hit me that I haven't deep cleaned my house nor worked very hard in my garden during the last administration. Draw your own conclusion. Anyway, I've been cleaning like a mad woman, ripping Nandina I don't know what that means. That's probably a funny saying that she's Nandina. I'm sorry, explain that. Out of my yard, and it's invasive as hell, but I hate it, and I hate it. Baking chocolate babka with my nephew and working on a few art pieces. That I should feature you for that babka on a future episode. So yeah. Hey Melissa, good to see you. All right, so I guess I feel like we did a good job on this episode. Thank you, Faith, for helping me, and thanks, Mike Basmeji. I guess you're kind of sort of becoming somewhat of a co-producer. So I'm gonna just sing a tune, I guess. There she is. There she is, and there's the cake. Oh man. So I think I may need to be a little bit brighter on my face. So hey, looking great. Thanks, Eric. I do. I've been investing my time in trying to figure out different lighting. So I'm sorry if you haven't been able to see my mouth like this whole entire time. I'm sorry. So I definitely have my work cut out for me. But it doesn't mean that I feel I'm not going to be, if I get overwhelmed in some way, I'm just going to pivot and just try to adapt. And that's what my mentality is going to be. Okay. Ooh, I need a capo. And, haha, here we go. I'm a comet ripping through the sky. I'm a oh man, I practiced, I swear I practiced. I'm a comet ripping through the night. I'm screaming through the stars at the speed of light. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm a bolt of lightning through the sky. I'm a flash in the dark in the blink of an eye. I'm gone. I'm gone. All the sparks I'm making are falling down like rain. When the smoke starts rising, you'll know who to blame. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Look at me moving like a speeding train. I'm faster than a bullet in a hurricane. I'm gone. So long. I'm a runaway flame with an appetite. Got a hunger for a barrel full of dynamite. I'm gone. I'm gone. All the dust and ashes are falling down like rain. When the smoke starts rising, you'll know who to blame. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I can hear those sirens chasing me down, but my heart keeps pounding over the sound. I don't need anyone putting me out today. Hey, yeah. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on fire. Oh, oh. Yeah, you know I'm on fire. Woo. Fire. Fire. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I'm on. Oh, I'm on. Oh, I'm on. Everybody, fire, fire. Oh man, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I would just want to make this show better and better. So to close, I just really want to ask you, what do you want to create today? What do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do for yourself? What do you want to do for the world? And a lot of times, what we we think about things that get in the way. Like, what's going to get in the way of you doing those things? So, whether it's consciously or not, sometimes we give voices to other people that may not make us feel that great about what we're doing. But it doesn't matter, because we have to give ourselves that permission. You don't need permission to believe in yourself. And so you don't need anybody else's permission to believe in yourself. You need your own permission. So you got to be good to yourself. You got to, you got to embrace this road trip, that, the ups and downs. And then, you got to schedule, maybe sometimes you got to schedule making something sweet, like a dolce de leche chocolate cake. So thank you, everyone. I just want you guys to be a part of this. I'm trying to be a kinder, more adventurous person, and make the world a little bit more delicious with, I guess, baked goods for the most part. So everybody, thank you so much again. I feel really, really excited about this show. I work on it every single day. And thank you, Rich. Thank you, Faith, for helping me so much. I am so excited I'm on a journey, right? Like, I'm on a journey to become a better person and better at the show. And I want to just serve you guys. And I want you guys to feel fulfilled with your creativity. And so, stay tuned. Oh, and P.S. Let me go back here. For those of you who who stayed throughout most of this show, I want you guys to know that I that I just really care about you, and I want to mail you or deliver you a pen, an Amanda Duncan pen. So there won't be a Bernie on it, but I want to send you a pen, Amanda Duncan pen. So if you want, I want you guys to just, if you want a pen, send me a message. I will get your address from you, and I will mail it your way by the end of this week. So, okay, I forgot to mention that you guys were gonna get a treat if you stayed on for this long. So, thank you so much, and I guess we're out. Love you guys. Wait, I gotta blow a kiss. Mwah!